Welcome along, everyone. How are you doing? Hope you're all well. It's been a while. Good to be back. I returned yesterday with a video which I knew would either absolutely tank or do ridiculously well. In fact, I think it's done neither. Although I will just check. Yeah, it's done a bit in the middle. But yeah, got some. It's got some very, very nice comments. Yeah, a couple of corrections on things, but yeah, it did attract some Shelburne fans. Shelburne, I think it's Shelburne, how it's said in Ireland, but yeah, I made it for certain purposes, and it has somewhat achieved some of those purposes. You know what? We'll look at the analytics together. Why not? Before we get started, we'll look at YouTube Studio, shall we? Because that's exactly what all of you tuned in for, of course. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. While we're waiting for it to load, I'll go through some of the comments. Hi, FaZe Jensen. Hope you're well, mate. Owen's watching from Jamaica. Up the Tigers, Jeff. Hope you're all right. Ferriby champions. Ferriby have done incredibly well this year. Up the Tigers, Ollie. Good to see you in the chat. Hi, Shocks. Evening, Ashley. Very good to be back indeed. Adrian, focus on Hull City, no more clubs. I'm not sure about Adrian and Shelburne. You reckon Coyle is better now? Hey, Louis class. Louis a legend. Love Louis. Up the Tigers, Ellis. Very big crowd tomorrow. I'm all right, thank you, Ollie. How are you, mate? Over 22,000. Send Coyle there and look. Great. Right. Not the purposes that Adrian buying a second club is meant for, but you know what? Let's have a look at the analytics now, shall we? Video analytics on YouTube. There we go. You can see that. So estimated revenue, you don't need to see that. This video, as compared to typical Matchday vlog performance, isn't doing as well. It was about on par for the first 45 minutes, and then yeah, not quite being out 24 hours yet. Audience. Let's have a look at the audience. Top geographies. Not enough geography data to show this report. Traffic source. Transaction type. It's not really showing much, is it? I was looking to see if it attracted some people in Dublin, but I can't really see. But yeah, nearly 40% not subscribed. That's not bad. I'm pleased with that. So it has done some reach, and I'm pleased with that. Bought some top-notch fruit today from Coyle and Sons. Yeah, Big Louis. In memory of his dad, Chris. That was his business. Tommy's taken it over now, I think. Coyle class. Irish don't care. Yeah. Well, not enough people have looked at it to have the... So in other words, If anyone Irish is watching, go and watch the video. And if you haven't watched it already, go and watch it. But if we compare that to a Matchday vlog, right? I'm not gonna go into loads of detail. My last Matchday vlog was Burnley. Let's have a look. Analytics, engagement, audience. Top geographies, it's 77.6% in the UK. So I'll show you this again. %77.6% in the UK. Then the nearest behind that is 2.4% in Australia. A nice little 1.1% in Turkey, though. I like that. But yeah, look at that. UK flying. Flew up there. When it first came out, yeah, UK. So the majority of the Turkish views came more or less immediately. Line chat daily. I can't do it hourly, can I? No. But yeah, let's compare this. Let's compare this to what's another Matchday vlog that did well? Videos. So the Cardiff one did better in Turkey, and the States pulling through. Didn't realise the States were so big on Hull City. Very, very interesting. I think maybe Longman could be sent to the Irish club on loan next season as he's not getting starts because he's behind Aliyah and Ebiowi. Now, I'm not. Now, I love Ryan. I like Ryan. But the purpose of Ajun buying this second club would be to send younger players on there. And I mentioned in the video Harry Vaughan, Jim Sims. I mentioned Matty Jacob and maybe Callum Jones as well. So I don't think it's necessarily for players like Longman who are established first teamers. And with Rosinha wanting Ebiowi next season, wanting more pacey wingers, Longman may find it hard to get into the team. Plus, he's not been the best this season. Yeah, he's had it tough this season, hasn't he, Longman? He's had it tough. Luke, how are you, mate? What does Longman genuinely bring to the squad when he plays? He scores bangers. Only scores bangers. Only scores bangers. Should Woods stay or leave next season? Now, with Simons here permanently, it makes it difficult for Woodsy, doesn't it? And well, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's up to Rosinha, really, isn't it? But you think with Simons, and Woods is 29 now. Simons is 19. Well, I'll let you do the maths. Even if Irish club only has 1%, distraction for Ajun doesn't bode well for City. Interesting one, that, Rob. Aren't we the biggest English club in Arizona or something? Yeah, Ollie said it there. Alabama top search club. You just don't like any player, do you, Ollie? Let's be real. Only scores bangers last season. 8 games left. Let's start playing spoiler to playoff teams. I'm rooting for Millwall to win the final. Not keen on Ryan Woods. We have better players. I think Woodsy's solid when he plays, but is he going to get back in the team realistically with the way Simon's played and Seri as well? Don't know. Des says Ray Parlour thinks City could still be relegated, need 2 more wins. Well, yeah, mathematically we're not safe, but mathematically we're not out of the playoff fight either. Looking realistically how poor the 3 teams in the bottom 3 are, I think we're okay. Luke, Luke, well, you've got a missus now, haven't you, mate? Chill out. Rosina says a couple of younger players could be starting soon. Any clues? Matty Jacob, Callum Jones, Harry Vaughan. Those three are really well liked. Jimmy Sims is knocking on the door. Will Jarvis. Yeah, good. Meet Hook Mark. Good evening, pal. Love goal against Everton was class. Yeah. Should we get cracking into the actual bulk of the preview then? We spent 10 minutes waffling about my YouTube analytics. By the way, I just want to show you quickly. Oh, yeah. Certificate of authenticity. Buzzing with this. Buzzing with this. Yeah, really pleased with that. Really, really pleased with that. Got to go, Joe. Love you. Might see you tomorrow. See you later, Luke. Have a good evening, pal. Lotto Tal should go to the Island Club. Maybe Cartwright out there as well. Actually, cheers, Luke. We're going to sell out. Admin said there's less than 1,000 seats left. We always get loads of people who get tickets on the day. Yep, good. Loan 2 fan to the Irish Club. Make you feel good. Great. Love Ozan. So anyone be upset if we don't keep Pelkas next season? Dimmy hasn't hit the heights everyone thought he would, but he's moving to a new country and he has had an injury. So we'll see what he can do at the back end of this season. But Rosina likes him quite clearly. Right, team news then. Ryan Woods and Matt Ingram both hamstring are fit to return from their injuries. Aaron Connolly is back on the grass, but not yet ready to return. Speaking of Pelkas, Demetrius Pelkas is touch and go after spending part of this week in Hull Royal Infirmary after suffering from food poisoning. And then, depression this bit. Cyrus, Benji, both out for the season with knee and hamstring injuries. Nathan Baxter, ankle plus unregistered, and Vaughan Coville, also knee, remaining out injured. Vaughan's getting there though. He'll be back for pre-season, and I think he will get his contract renewed. Pelkas injury prone. He's only had one injury. Keep Pelkas if released from Fenerbahce. Ozan's one of our better players, underrated, especially in the second half of the season. I agree. Pelkas had too many. Also great breaking Greece. Jesus. Ole. Ozan, too fat. Ozan. Love it. I'm getting that shirt signed and framed, by the way. When I get it framed, it's probably going to go out a shot. It's probably going to end up like on this wall here, where that picture is. That one there, not my TV. That one. But yeah, because I can't just leave it hanging over my bed like that. But we'll see. We'll see what we will see. Would I take Ebiowi back next season? Yes, I would. I think Ebiowi against Reading showed us what Rossini's been expecting of him. And yeah, I absolutely would take Malcolm Ebiowi back next season. Ref watch then. And guess what, guys? It's not Gavin Ward. Excuse me. It's David Webb, 2 liners of Richard Wilde and Andrew Dallas, and both officially Scott Tallis. I don't know. Joe, sorry if I missed it, but how did you get the Ozan signed shirt? It's not signed, but I'm going to get it signed by him. It was on. I'll show you where it was. You know what? I'll do stats, and then I'll show you where it is, because it's on here. So Reading, yeah, more possession, equal shots. That's a surprise, but yeah, look, Reading were poor, and it's embarrassing that we didn't beat them. These are one of the worst teams I've ever seen in the Championship. And we've got 1 point out of a possible 6 from them. It's weird. Getting no Gavin Fraud. Webb's a familiar name. I think he did, yeah. I didn't like Ebiowi, but he's improved shed loads. Half of this year's signings will leave. Oscar, Tufan, Pelkas, Cynic. I don't think Oscar or Tufan will go. But I think Dimmy might, because he is only on loan. And I think Dodo will definitely go. I think Dokan Cynic will definitely go. If I put it above my bed, Ollie, I'll be banging my head on it when I wake up in the morning and I'm sat up having a drink. So, yeah, it's maybe not the best thing. Maybe not the best thing to do. Rotherham always a tough opposition, pain in the ass in the 90s. Ebiowi was better, was rubbish to start off with, but he's definitely gotten better. All the experts saying the fact Gavin Ward was ref for both our Reading games shouldn't have happened. And if the ref is involved in controversy, they usually don't ref that team for a long time. Yeah. Gavin Fraud. Joke. My nan could referee better than he could. It's a complete joke. Anyway, I've shut the page down now because I'm an idiot. But if you go on, I'll share it. So I got the Tufan signed shirt on Tiger Leisure. I went on to members, clicked on members. There are none left now, I don't think. No, there aren't. But when I went on, so they were selling them sporadically throughout the week. There was Doherty, Vale, loads on there. In the end, I looked and I happened to see Tufans. And I thought, ooh, now that's a bit of me. That's a bit of me, that. I checked my wallet, had enough in it, got some discount on season card points, and there was Louis Coyles and Tyler Smiths left on here. In the week and a little bit since, both of those have gone. I don't think we'll see Cynic again. Yeah, I agree. Hope Cynic doesn't go miles better than Longman. Dodo never really got the chance to show what he was all about, really, did he? And he's struggling at Antalyaspor, I think, now. He hasn't got in the team for a couple of weeks. So, yeah. Shame for the lad. Real shame for the lad. Because he showed a lot of promise in Turkey. But clearly this move has derailed his career slightly. Move on to head-to-head then, where let's have a look at Rotherham's team. So in the last game, it was Victor Johansson in goal. It's not in position order, this one, so I'm going to have to go through my squad numbers. Connor Coventry was in there. He's taken the number 4 that Dan Barlaser wore at the start of this year. Tariq Fosu, he was at Stoke, I think, for the first half of this season. He started. Tom Eaves, love him. Wasn't even in the squad, which is a real shame. I hope he's there tomorrow. I really hope he's there tomorrow. Jordan Hugill, he was starting up front. Ogbene was wide. I think Kelly was benched. I think Washington was benched as well. In the last game, Ferguson played on the left. Peltier, former Tiger, at right back. Odafin played. Cameron Humphreys played, formerly of Man City. Bailey Wright played. There was no Domingos Kina, which is interesting. It might be an injury there. I don't know. Tyler Blackett played as well. But yeah, the big one is no Tom Eaves in the squad at all, which is huge shame. Hull City jinxing footballers and destroying their careers since Marco in 2020. Do you mean, are you on about Marcus Maddison or? Because I think, yeah, because Marcus Maddison was appalling. They did beat Blackburn, so it won't be as easy as last time. Very true, and we'll look at that in a second. Do you think we should try and load James Garner in the summer? Well, Everton could have a points deduction yet, so they might well need James Garner next season. Don't know. In fact, we'll have a look at the Premier League table along with the Championship one once we've done current form, where we will start off with Rotherham, as they're called down there. So that game got suspended, so that's getting replayed. So we won't count that one, although they were losing when it got suspended. I think it got suspended. At what time did it get suspended, do we think? Do we remember? I don't think it would have been. I don't think it was very far in. Let's have a look at. Let me have a read of the EFL statement. Oh, this is going to be zoomed in from 48th minute. Yeah, so we won't count it. It wasn't like it was the 80th and they were going to lose. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will count there. 2-1 win over Sunderland, big result. Draw with Swansea, who were around them. Then they beat QPR, lost to Birmingham, then lost to Preston before the Cardiff game was abandoned, although they were losing at that point. So it is going to be tougher. Definitely is going to be tougher. If we go up to when we played them last time, excuse me. I can't find the fixture. They were also on a run of wins, however, more or less. They had 2 wins on the bounce before we played them. And us, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Defeat to Bristol City and Burnley. Win over West Brom. 2-1 all draws against Coventry and Reading. Right then, let's have a look at the league table then. I have seen some comment notifications. So I'll load the table up and then we'll then I'll have a look at some of those. Let's have a look. City have a history of underperforming when the crowds come in. I think the numbers, Barnsley was just. But Everton, we were up for that. Chelsea, a couple of years ago in the FA Cup, we were up for that. I'm really confident for tomorrow. Says we'll think it'll be 3-0. Evesy comes on in the 75th minute, gets sent off for violent conduct. Oh, Evesy. Right, league table then. Burnley are clear. Burnley have gone. That gap between Sheffield United and Middlesbrough is 3 points, with Sheffield United having a game in hand. Playoffs for us, it's 13 points with 8 games to go. It's still possible, but it's unlikely. Swansea are creeping up a little bit on us now after their win last time out. But I think we're clear of this lot. I think we're clear of the Huddersfield, the Blackpool and the Wigan with a points deduction. Reading are getting a points deduction as well, which I think it's 6 points they're getting. So that sucks them right into the battle. And, well, I want them to go down. I'm going to be honest. I really want Reading to go down. I'll be honest. They're an awful team to play against. Paul Ince is a whining little whinge bag, and I can't stand Tom Ince. So, yeah. Have a load of that on your chips. Right. Let's have a look at Premier League table. So Everton, if they get, I think it's 9 points they might get, that sinks them firmly down to the bottom. But even 3 points is massively damaging. Leeds, I want Leeds to go down, absolutely. But it's so tight here. Anyone from 12th down to 20th could go down. That's ridiculous. Wolves are starting to pull themselves out of it, but they had a mental game against Leeds last time out. Forest, they look appalling. Clearly signing 32 players didn't do them much good. Leicester, that's another weird one. I think James Maddison will definitely go. I think Jamie Vardy would stay, though. Jamie Vardy in this division would just be a cheat code. He'd still rip defences apart. I think Southampton are gone as well. JWP will go. Then, if you look at the top, I think Arsenal will win it. I think Liverpool might get top 4. You know, I can see Tottenham bottling it a little bit. I just can. And in amongst all that, I think Newcastle will still stay in 5th as well. Brighton, they're up there. Brentford are up there. It's really tight. I don't think Chelsea will do it. I think Chelsea will be without European football for a year. But no, any of these teams, realistically. So there's a clear division in the Premier League, isn't there? Palace in 12th, down to the bottom, could all go down. Then Villa upwards could finish anywhere unless you're like Man City and Arsenal. Top two are clear. Then it's 3rd down to 11th. Then it's 12th down to the bottom. The Premier League is ridiculous this year. Posting my Prem statistic relegation predictions earlier: Southampton, Palace, Leicester. Although that Everton points deduction is weird. I want Leeds to go. I quite want Everton to go down as well. I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Sounds like Rossini will be after 5 or 6 players in the summer. Where should we strengthen? I think we need a left back definitely, unless Brandon Fleming's going to come in again, which don't know. Connolly, Darlow. Connolly seems to be keen on the move, I think, which is good. Darlow maybe as well, because he'll still be he'll be 4th choice at Newcastle next year, so I'd like him to come in. Ebio, we were seeing is keen on getting him back in again. We've got a lot of contracts to renew though. A lot of contracts. Yeah, it might be Everton. I only use points per game and form to decide. Man City need a points deduction for FFP. Yeah, that investigation is going to go on for years though. That's going to go on for years. Right then. Let's move on to around the grounds then on Championship Match Day 39. Only, not long to go. 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Not long left. Not long left at all. Joe, didn't Eves get sent off for us on the day of tomorrow's game? Yes, he did against Huddersfield. Yeah, he did. So kicking off in about 15 minutes' time, Burnley versus Sunderland. 12:30 tomorrow, Luton versus Watford. That's a very, very tasty encounter, as is Preston versus Blackpool. Then all the rest of the games are 3 o'clock. Excuse me. I'm tired. West Brom versus Millwall, Norwich versus Sheffield United, us versus Rotherham, Huddersfield Borough, Coventry Stoke, Cardiff Swansea. I'm surprised that game isn't televised. I'm very surprised that game isn't televised. Bristol City Reading, Birmingham Blackburn, and Wigan Athletic versus QPR. And the next lot of games is Good Friday, where we're on Sky, and ticket prices would have cost me a lot of money, so I'm not going. Memorable match. This is a very, very memorable match, in my opinion. 5-1 against Rotherham on the last day of the 2015-16 season, proper before the playoffs. This was a big confidence booster before the playoffs, I think. Lee Frecklington gave Rotherham the lead early on, but then we replied. 2 goals in 2 minutes from Snodgrass and and Hernandez. Another 2 in 2 minutes just before the break from Livermore and Diame, and then Livermore got his second of the game, just short of the hour mark, to seal the deal. Our team that day was Alan McGregor in goal, back for Moses Odabajo, Michael Dawson, Curtis Davis, and Andy Robertson. The 2 wingers were El Mohammadi on the right, Snodgrass on the left. 2 centre mids, Livermore and Huddleston. And Mo Diame is the number 10 behind Abel Hernandez. Richie Smallwood in there for Rotherham. On our bench, Elin Jakupovic, the goalkeeper, Alex Bruce, Sam Clucas, Harry Maguire, Sean Maloney, Chuba Akpom, and Sonny Aluko with Steve Bruce in charge. And last time out, we mentioned it earlier, a lovely little 4-2 win at the New York Stadium. Very nice. Greavesy gave us the lead just on the stroke of half-time, and we somehow managed to, when he scored in the 44th minute, go in 1-1 as Ban Laser scored. Then Christy Longman and Tufan got us ahead in the second half. And then Georgie Kelly had a little consolation for Rotherham at the end. Our team that day was Nathan Baxter in goal, back 3 was Cyrus Christie, Tobias Figueiredo, back 4, sorry. Cyrus Christie, Tobias Figueiredo, Alfie Jones and Jacob Greaves. 2 goal scorers at either fullback. Holding midfield 2 was Seri and Woods. Slater and Doherty were wide with Pelkas as a number 10 in behind Ryan Longman, the main man. The bench was Matt Ingram, Louis Coyle, Ozan Tufan, Durkan Sinek, Sean McLaughlin, Oscar Estupinian and Brandon Fleming, with Andy Dawson in temporary charge that day. There was also the FA Cup game that I could have used as memorable match, but I decided not to. And the record against Rotherham, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Unbeaten in our last 5, 4 of them wins. Sweet. Very, very nice. Indeed. Shared shirts. I mentioned Richie Smallwood there, but I've actually got for Josh Emmanuel. He was at Rotherham on loan from Ipswich in the 2017-18 season, played 38 times for Rotherham and didn't score. He then, after a stint at Ipswich, went to Bolton, left Bolton, joined us in the summer of 2020, was with us until January just gone when he signed for Grimsby after a health scare, which kept him out, which he said was a blood clot and he couldn't, and his career was never at risk, but the doctor's advice was not to do any contact sport for absolutely ages. He also played 38 times for us and also didn't score. Identical records. Is that the first time we've had that? I think it is, you know. I'm just going to double check I've got that right. Right. El Abdelawi, El Mohammadi, Emmanuel. Is this going to load on Tiger Base? Yeah, 38 appearances for us, 28 full, 10 as a sub. Let's have a look at him for Rotherham then. I am just going to double check this, but I'm fairly sure I'm right. Yeah, 38 times for Rotherham as well. Identical records. I think that's the first time we've had that. That's nuts. That's nuts. Get Hayden back. Nah, we've got Seri. We've got Seri. And we should push Simons exactly. Exactly that. Exactly that. Let's move on to my predicted team now then. I've almost shared the wrong thing. There we go. Rosinia in some sort of 4-3-3 thing. Gallo in goal. Right back at captain Louis Coyle. 2 centre halves, Jones and McLaughlin. Left back Jacob Greaves. Holding midfield, Mika Seri. Central midfield, Tufan and Slater. On the right, Ebiowi. On the left, Alias, Syed Manesh. And up top, Oscar Estupinian. Bench, Ingram, Elder, Figueiredo, Doherty, Traore, Pelkas. I think we'll get over his food poisoning. And Xavier. Simons. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Do I think we're selling out? Well, we'll never actually get a sellout because they section off seats and corporate seats and all stuff like this. But I think we'll get as close as we'll ever get. You know what? We'll check it. We'll check it. We'll check it. Just before we go on to score prediction. We'll check it. We'll check how it's looking. So, all of East, all of South, all of West Lower, and N5 is selling out more. It is selling out more. But it's not there just yet. But it's getting there. It's getting there. Where is it? Back to stadium there. Then West Upper, W11, 5 left. W10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 left. I've clicked the wrong button. W9 sold out. W8, that's going to only be a couple in it. Yeah, they're all individual seats, so they won't get bought. 7, 6, and 5 sold out. W4, it's again 3 individual seats, so they won't get sold out, I don't think. W3, that's a restricted seat, that one says. But 2 seats as a pair, 2 sets as a pair, so they might go. But it's all like individual seats that are left. And then W1 has quite a lot, to be fair, right in the upper corner. So a lot of these might go. But no, it's going to be so nice to have it full again. It's what we've wanted for such a long time. And we're going to get it. For a game that is pretty dead rubber as well. Yeah, it's good. You just went over my tickets. What was the reason you said we can't sell out? So W5 and W6 a little bit as well. W5, 6, and 7 it is, I think, are like reserved for corporate seats and for players' families and stuff. So those seats might be reserved by players and by corporate people, but they might not fill them. And there are also the seats that are netted over to section off the away fans from the home fans. So that won't ever fully sell out, but this will be as close as we can get. Wall Street car park will be a nightmare, yeah. As much as I love Aliyah and his work rate, I do feel he needs to start getting some more assists and goals. I know he's been injury prone, but I think he needs to be more effective going forward. It'll come. I'm fairly sure of that with Aliyah. He's got his goal last season, and that was based on hard work and not stopping, not giving up. And if you persist with that formula in the Championship, you will get more. So he will get there. At the open training session, it was a joke. Well, yeah, that was something else, wasn't it? Really, yeah, really. I've got tickets to that open training session. Not sure if I'm going to go yet because I only need such a small fraction of players left to sign stuff. So I'm not sure if it's worth waiting through all this like pandemonium and queuing up just to see Darlow, Connolly, Ebiowi, and Tufan to see that shirt when I can get them before a game anyway. So we'll see. Anyway, get your score predictions in, everyone. I'm really quite confident for this. I reckon it'll be a 2-0 win. No, 3-0 win. I think we'll do very well here. Goals, Oscar, Ebiowi, and Aliyah. Yeah. I'm confident. Book the training session, then I remember that RE intervention. Ooh, poor you. Yeah, going in the holidays. I never went in on the holidays for my GCSEs. Yeah, good. Shocks 2-0. Joe, so I got the upper training session. Did you see all the players going somewhere in the cars where people were queuing? Oh yeah, mate. I saw Seri drive off. Saw Tufan go to his car. Saw Figueiredo drive off. I thought, my God, are they just going home? But no, they must just park the car somewhere different or gone to Greg's or something like that. I don't know. 4-0 Coyle, all 4. Like that, Jeff. Seeing Emmanuel playing for Grimsby, I do wonder why we never fancied playing him. Now, I think a lot of the reason he was unregistered was because his like period of non-contact sport must have been in there. So he would have been only allowed to do running. Based on what he said afterwards anyway. But then yeah, afterwards, I think Rossinha likes Christie, that's very clear, and he also likes Louis Coyle as well. So maybe it was just Josh was the most dispensable because he hadn't played for so long, and the other two had been playing pretty consistently Don't know. But yeah, Josh is a good player. He's a really good player. It was bad against Stoke. Against Stoke? I'm not sure what you mean there. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'm confident. 2-fan Ebiowi Oscar score tomorrow, 3-0, says Will. Lovely stuff. Right, thank you for watching, everybody. Take care. I'll see you for a Matchday vlog tomorrow. Up them bloody Tigers. And I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.